Oh, that is a cold one this morning, but beautiful. Lovely little bit of mist rising up off the river as well. Thankfully the rain stopped last night, so I don't think getting out of here should be an issue. Famous last words, eh? So a little bit of an interesting drive in today. The roads so far in Latvia have been a little bit, I mean, this is pretty typical of what we've been driving down for about an hour. Sadly didn't record any footage on the way down, and then they were doing some roadworks. We were actually just laughing to ourselves thinking they mustn't do any roadworks down here, mustn't fix the roads. And turns out they were actually fixing the road, but in the process of fixing it they were making it even more sketchy to drive on. Really thick sand and a bit slippy. And then we brought ourselves to a park up. It's about a 2k down this little side road, crossing a bridge, which I guess is fine. And then you get met with this. Now we came out and did kind of the depth test, and it seemed okay, but I kind of kept myself up on the camber. It's not due to rain too much more today, but I'm not too keen on getting my wheels in there too much, so fingers crossed not too much more rain the rest of today. I'll take you down and show you where we're parked up. It's quite nice. And I literally just hung up that last little piece and I hear a boom boom car coming down. It's only like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's a bit early for that nonsense.
Gravel road, I've been asked to slow down.
Instagram swing as well. Oh, it's starting to rain again.
Piles of paper, my desk is out. Who will care for the world?
I think today we're pushing a little bit further south. Nicola wants to visit 1, maybe 2 castles as we make our way towards Riga. But yeah, it's beautiful. I think this is the best the weather's going to get. I think it clouds over the rest of today, and then tomorrow's a bit of a washout. But that is cold though. I think it said it was going to be -4 or something this morning. In fact, the front door handle on the passenger side was completely frozen solid.
To slow the ride, discover books I forget about, and who care for the world now? Rest with me, close the curtains, brew some herbal tea. Reach out for me, take my hand and lead even when I disagree. Maybe.
So Nicola is off to explore Tera Castle. Not one for me. There might or might not be any footage. So I thought I'd just have a little bit of a wander around the old town, maybe go find a coffee. Not sure there's much to see in the village, but hey, we'll go for a dander anyway.
Hey, he's got me looking quite beige, got me deep in the haze. There's no more compassion, no.
So I think we're now in the heart of the old town, and in behind me here is the castle that Nicola has gone to visit. It actually looks in a nice state, and by nice state I obviously mean a bit of a ruin, which of course, as you know, Nicola loves her ruins, so hopefully there'll be a little bit of a positive review once she comes out. You know what, that's actually quite impressive even from the outside. You're getting to sort of explore a lot of the sort of in and around the turrets and stuff, so really nice. It's quite dominating as well in the whole environment. I stand corrected, it's a lovely little village. Haven't found a coffee shop yet though. Just very quickly guys, you always hear me talking about the circle of chaos that surrounds Nicola. There's always noise as well. Well, she's in visiting the castle. I'm out here just enjoying a nice little early morning mooch around. and I have just got a message from her that she has just set fire to her jacket. I have no words. One thing to bear in mind if you come to Latvia, leaf blowing seems to be a national sport. Quite a few trees down as well, which I've noticed over the last couple of days. There was a huge storm that moved through northern and central Estonia, and obviously Latvia has bore a little bit of that as well. Loads and loads of trees down, including in the castle park here as well. We're getting into the blowy season. Not in the UK though. I think it was 25 degrees there today, and everyone's going, that's fantastic. It shouldn't be 25 degrees in the second week in October in the UK. There's something wrong, people. Something wrong. Nicola's up there somewhere. But hopefully the rest of her jacket's still intact. Right, let's take a little wander back up the steps, back into the old town, and see whether we can find ourselves a cup of coffee. Ooh, I reckon we can go a more interesting way. Can anyone else hear that? Nicola is about to be joined in the castle by about 50 primary school kids. She's going to absolutely love it. I stand corrected, it wasn't 50 kids, it was 500. Good luck with that one, Nicola. I think that sign is being pretty precise. No sausage dogs, which given their interesting behaviour, I'm not surprised. No, rubbish. Sausage dogs should be allowed everywhere. Right, walking through another rather beautiful park. I was going to go for a coffee in the castle, but 500 kids put me off. So we'll go and try to find a cafe somewhere else. Potentially in the sun, because actually even though it is just hovering above freezing, a little bit of sunlight is rather nice.
How big is your love? Tell me, how high is your patience?
So I've taken myself off to visit the medieval castle in, I don't know if it's Cessis, but anyway, here it is. And also, you get given one of these and you're just let out to wander around the grounds. So that's what I'm going to do. Well, it looks absolutely stunning from the outside, and you've got these areas below as well, and I think I'm the only person here, so I'm about to head into the dark all alone. We appear to have a castle cat. I'm assuming it's owned by somebody locally as it has got a collar on. But hello! Hello! Are you enjoying the morning sun? Well, it's pretty cold out here, isn't it? Hello! Not even slightly interested in me. Apparently this is the master's chamber. I thought the candle we'd been given was actually like a artificial one. So I come in here, hook it on my arm, think, okay, I'll do some video and take some pictures while I'm in here. Thinking, why the heck can I smell burning? Turns out, it's real. This is why Nigel shouldn't let me out alone. Thank goodness I was thinking of getting a new jacket. Ooh. So this would have been the toilet back in the day. Not so different to the toilets we use now. Maybe a bit cleaner, mind you. I still can't believe I burnt my jacket. Look at that. That's actually a really, really bad burn. But at least I didn't burn myself. I think I'm now at the top of the castle, and I have to say it's pretty amazing, but a complete death trap. The stairs are narrow, it's really dark, obviously you can set yourself on fire. I'd definitely come here, but just make sure you've got good life insurance. Apparently this castle was burnt down and rebuilt a couple of times. Obviously they had issues with candles too.
There's a girl over there and she's just taking off her jacket to reveal a really pretty dress so she can get some lovely footage. What have I got? A smouldering... and not in a good way.
So the second place today I'm visiting in Latvia is Tera Castle Museum Reserve, and hopefully I won't set myself alight on this one. And the first place I've come is the church, which was built in the 1700s, but apparently in excavations they found two other churches from earlier times buried beneath. So I don't know when the original ones were here, but a long time ago. Anyway, I'll show you that. And also there's a legend about a young girl who was found here in the 1600s. She was adopted and she was engaged to a gardener at the castle, but another servant wanted to be with her and deceived her by asking her to meet him somewhere. I can't remember where in the grounds. I think it might have been up near the church or something. Anyway, when she realised she'd been deceived, she killed herself, and then her true fiance found her, went to get an axe to kill the man that had done it, got charged with her murder himself, having an axe, but eventually he was proved innocent and she was buried, and a tree was planted here in the 1600s, which is still here. So I shall show you the church and I shall show you the tree. So this is the tree of Tera's Rose, and she was basically 19 when she died. So there's a plaque 1601 to 1620. And then around here is the lovely red church, which was built in the 1700s. So I forgot to say that wooden church is one of the oldest wooden churches in Latvia. I would have showed you inside, but there was like an old woman dressed up in traditional gear and I was the only one in there, and I was too embarrassed, if I'm completely honest. But this is the walk down to the castle, very picturesque. Absolutely surrounded by forests. Quite an interesting little museum here about the lives of the Livs who are in Latvia. It goes through what they used to do in their day-to-day lives. So this is the old gardener's house. I think it dates from somewhere in the 1800s. And then this is a castle area. So I'm going to head down and take a look. So this castle was originally started in 1214, I think, and carried on being developed until the 1600s. And then in the 1700s, apparently a fire broke out. I can understand how that can happen quite easily. And all the wooden bits were destroyed and never repaired, I don't think. So there's actually quite a few ruins by the look of it. We'll go and have a look first. So I'm about to go up the tower, which apparently is going to give me amazing views of the Gauja River, I think it's called. Thankfully, no fire hazards this time.
Living quick in this world, gonna get it right now.
So this is the top floor of the tower, and thankfully I'm now alone. And I have got to show you these views. And try not to drop my phone, because that would be really, really bad. Pretty impressive. And you can also see some of the castle grounds here. Quite nice views of the actual castle grounds up here as well. Shame the autumn colours aren't very good, but apparently I just heard a lady saying they've just not developed this year. Nigel's very disappointed.
You know we met for a reason, but you tried to.
These stairs tried to kill me on the way up, so I'm taking it slowly on the way down. This is another tower in the castle complex. Oops, can't get my phone straight. I think I better concentrate on walking. So this area out here would have been like a bakery, kitchen, brewery, and then above it was all wooden structure where noble people, when they came to stay, would stay. But apparently the fire in the 1700s destroyed all the wooden section and left exposed all the underneath bits. But they're more interesting anyway. And finally, this is a secret exit, which apparently led to outside the castle and only had partial thickness walls, so if they needed to break through to escape, they could. I'm not sure where they're escaping from, but... And I forgot to mention the little well. Hang on. hang on. There, in the centre of the courtyard. Also at the end you can take a walk around the outside of the castle, which is quite nice and quite interesting as well.
Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed that little ramble around the castles with Nicola. Candlelight and all. Speaking of castles.
Just wanted to quickly summarise. Cost me €6 each to get into both of them, Tera and Sasis, although Sasis is €10 in peak season. That's the one with the medieval castle and also the new castle with the museum in. I would say 2 hours, 2.5 hours for that one. And Tera, I would say give yourself half a day to a whole day, because that's got the castle with lots of different areas to look around. It's got an old church, it's got like a folk museum bit. And also at Tera, the parking's $3.50 for the day, and we ended up staying overnight, which was very good and quiet.
24 hours parking there.
But if you're wondering whether to do one, both, not at all, definitely do them. I absolutely loved them, but try not to set yourself alight.
Oh guys, yeah, apologies for this. Sorry, not sorry.
I'm very sorry.
Right guys, well we are going to pack up now. We're heading further into Latvia. Next stop, Riga. But I guess, as always, that will be a story for next time. Once again, thanks a lot for following along. And from me and Firestarter over here, take care. Bye-bye. You should have had a lighter. Keep her away from naked flames.